Hey, I'm Dr. James Vegher, and I'm going to teach you why you're still in pain. Dr. James Vegher here, and I wanted to take a second to talk to you about pain, why you're having pain, why pain keeps coming back for you, why you have one problem that you think it's been solved because you saw a physical therapist or a chiropractor, or you might have even had surgery, and later on in that same year, or sometimes not even later on, right after the surgery, your pain is no better. It's exactly the same as it was before. This is a phenomenon that happens all the time. I see it every day in my clinic. It's the story of every one of my clients that's come in with an aching joint, a painful joint. And I wanted to spend a little bit of time helping you understand where this is coming from and why pain problems in general in our current healthcare system aren't being fixed the way they should. Sometimes people have pain and they see their doctor right away, and the doctor treats the symptom. And the doctor treats the symptom by giving you pain medication. And that pain medication will help you not feel the pain that you're currently having. Or it might be an anti-inflammatory, which will drop the inflammatory response of your body down to where the nerve endings are no longer being irritated by the inflammation, by the tissue damage that's occurring. And sometimes that's enough to get you by. There's an initial tissue irritation, you take the anti-inflammatories or the pain medication, the inflammation goes down, the problem is no longer actively present, and you can go about your business. Over time, that pain may come back, and it most likely will come back if that pain is due to a problem with the way you move. This is a very different concept for a lot of people out there to understand. When you have back pain, let's take back pain as an example. When you have back pain, this is typically a problem that starts many, many years, if not decades, before you actually start having recurring back pain or severe back pain. I get patients that come in and see me and say, it was really weird. I didn't have a moment of back pain until I went up the stairs. I didn't have any back pain until I bent over to pick up that tissue that had fallen, which is a true story from one of my clients. And they were convinced that it was because that tissue was the wrong thing. And I have to convince them that the tissue wasn't the problem. There was no way that your back, as beautifully complex and designed as it is, would ever just give out for no other reason other than picking up the weight of a tissue or going up a flight of stairs. There is a process that's been happening in that person's back that has led them to have weaker muscles, weaker ligaments, overstressed joints, overstressed system that eventually will break down at the slightest provocation. So the way I describe it to people is, you are moving your body in a non-ideal way, in a way that it wasn't designed to be moved. But you are completely unconscious of this because your brain is designed to make all of those choices for you behind the scenes so you don't have to think about it. You go along and you have this slight alteration in the way you move. And this continues on and on and on, let's say for years. And this process is progressive. So it might start out slight and your body can handle that slight change, that slight alteration, because all of our tissues are meant to be adaptable. They're meant and designed to take on certain stresses. So you move a little off track. The more frequently you do that, the more your body makes it easy to move off track. So the muscles that move you in the way that's off get stronger, and they get more and more used, they get shorter, so your body's held in that bad pattern more easily and more frequently. And the muscles that move you away from that pattern get longer, they get weaker, and they get more and more underused. This process happens and it gets worse and worse and worse. And then you cross an imaginary line. So there's a point at which you're moving without pain, without pain, without pain, and then you have that one incident. You go up the stairs that one time, and then your back starts hurting you or your knee starts hurting you. And now you cross the line to where you were having minimal tissue damage, what we call micro trauma, that didn't have pain, to now that micro trauma has all added up to being macro trauma, and that has crossed you over that line, and now your body can't heal those tissues as easily. Now you're having pain. But because you've been moving the same way unconsciously for so long, your body continues to practice that same pattern that is damaging those same tissues repeatedly over and over again. So you continue to damage the tissues and you move farther and farther away from that pain-free zone that you were in before. And this is why people have pain. This is why people don't understand why they have pain. So they may take a pill and they feel better, but they're not moving differently, so the tissues continue to get stressed and strained. This is why people who have knee surgery, they'll have knee surgery and then we see them in our clinic and they complain of the exact same pain they were having before the surgery. It's because they may have removed a tissue that looked damaged, but that wasn't the reason they were having pain. The system as a whole is not moving correctly, and we can correct their movement, we can correct their alignment, we can correct how their brain is choosing to move their knee, and we can eliminate their pain. This is a process that is happening behind the scenes, so it's not readily available, not readily understood. And this is why people go through cycles and cycles and cycles of seeing a doctor, not getting medications and not getting results, going to see a specialist and they see an x-ray and there's nothing on the x-ray. And because there's nothing on the x-ray, that doctor really doesn't know what to do with you. So they send you to physical therapy. And then a traditional physical therapist is gonna maybe put ultrasound on you or electrical stim on you and ice on you and give you some exercises that might be related to the area, but they are not related to your problem. Your problem is about the way you move and how your brain is moving the different segments of your body. If you just chase the symptoms down, if you just put ice on the pain or just take a pill or just do stretches, that is not gonna fix your pain in a permanent way. You need to alter the way that your body is moving, alter the stress that's being placed on those tissues in order to have complete pain relief, to solve your problem, and not just work on the symptoms, but zero in the actual problem that's occurring so you can be pain-free. It is possible. And many, many clients who've had pain for decades upon decades, when we are done seeing them after the first, second, third visit, are amazed that they can be out of pain simply by changing the way they position themselves and by the way they move. It's possible for you, and that is what I'm here to teach you. Thanks so much for watching the video. I encourage you to leave comments below and let me know the specific questions you have about pain so I can address them. I want to invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can get lots more videos about why you're in pain and specific moves that can begin to get you on that track to leading a pain-free life. Also, check out this quiz down below that's going to give you specific information about your particular pain problem and give you advice on how you can get that to be better. Make sure you invite your family and friends who might be having pain problems as well so they can get the help that they need. Until next time, take care of yourself.